guys, this is Fuberduge, and I know it's been quite a while, but here we are with another review of the new Transformers Combiner Wars Decepticon Blast-Off. So, I decided to get Combiner Wars Bruticus because I thought he was worthy enough to be picked up. So, here is part 1 of 5 for Combiner Wars Bruticus, and I decided to start off with Blast-Off because I think he is my least favorite of all of them. So, mainly just because of remolding issues. As we all know, Combiner Wars loves to remold and retool, and that's exactly what they did with this guy. They didn't want to make a new remold for the shuttle mode, and that kind of bums me, not gonna lie. That kind of bums me quite a bit, actually. So, taking a look at the box here, very nice box, though. Very nice packaging. I like the colors. The artwork is very nice, even though he is kind of a jet, but I don't really care about that. The artwork is great. It's an IDW comic, which this whole thing is a comic book. And you got Hasbro ages 8+, combined to I can talk. Combined to form Bruticus. So there he is. And 1 of 5 of Bruticus, and on the back you got a picture of Blast-Off. Wow, I'm off of it today. There's that right there, and then if I zoom in here, if you want to read his bio, let's see if that'll focus here. You can read that if you so wish to do so. And then you got the schematic of Bruticus right there, and you got all the different parts and his jet mode, which it bums me. Not gonna lie, it just really bums me. So nothing really on the bottom except for the authentic stamp and the barcode. It was made in Vietnam, and you can't really see that. It was made in Vietnam. So that is it for the packaging. So without further ado, let's review this guy out of the box. Alright, so here we have Blast-Off ready to go in his vehicle form. And before I get into the figure, it comes with a comic book, as I said earlier. It kind of doubles as the backdrop for the packaging, which is actually really cool. Nice artwork right there, and you can't really see because of the glare, but it is IDW, obviously, so it's very IDW inspired. I didn't really read the comic, it just looked not too interesting. I guess it's what's happening in the Fall Cybertron game, because that's what Starscream looks like and everyone else. So, it looks okay. I just didn't really read. I don't really read comics a whole lot. So, yeah. Anyway, it comes on the back, and you got the sketch phase, the gray model phase, and you didn't see the sketch phase. That's the sketch phase up there. The gray model phase, the finished product, and that's really cool. I really like how they do that. At least they show you what they have to do to go through to make these figures. And on the back, you got an extended bio, and if you want to read it, I'll move slowly. And so there you go. And there you have that. And there's some tech specs and stuff. And you got the same artwork that was on the back of the box. So that's it for the comic book. As for the figure itself, as you can see, it's just a straight up repaint, down to the T almost, of Quickslinger or Slingshot or whatever you want to call him. He is almost exactly the same. And that's kind of frustrating to me, because Blast-Off never ever looked anything like Quickslinger or Slingshot or whatever his name was. So bringing in Quickslinger here, and I apologize, he's white and the white background doesn't really mix very well, but I'll try to put my hand over. It's the exact same. Even the paint scheme for the wings is the same. And now granted, he has a slightly few more paint apps, but holy cow, I mean, come on, Hasbro, you could do better than that. I guess the one nice thing is he has a Decepticon logo on his tail fin, but it's the same thing. I mean, seriously, even his weapons are the same, and the hand-foot gun, just different colors. I don't know. I mean, understand that Hasbro is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they have to deal with more things than just Transformers, but you can do better than that. They reused the molds for the other Combaticons, I believe, but for Blast-Off, I think he's the most controversial. So that's kind of my spiel on him. But anyway, he has all the same gimmicks as Slingshot, so he has a landing gear. You can fold that up. His feet are kind of sticking out again. Not too anything too fancy in the robot mode. So yeah, there's not really much to say about it. So to get him into foot mode, it's the same exact way as Quickslinger. You just fold this up, you fold these back, untab, or excuse me, fold back the wings, untab the nose cone, fold that on a double hinge, plug that in, rotate the head around so you won't have visible head syndrome, and you might need to untab the legs here real quick. Rotate this all the way around, and I might have done this wrong. Tab the legs back in, and I've noticed that the tolerance issues on this are a lot more potent than Quickslinger. So tabbing that all together, taking the hand-foot gun, it's already in foot mode, so just plugging that on. Actually, technically, it's supposed to go this way, so you can do that. Personally, I'm going to store him, or excuse me, he's going to be an arm for me, specifically the right arm. So we'll get into that real quick, taking the hand-foot gun off. To put him in arm mode, untab the arms, untab the legs, just pretty much unfold everything. It's pretty straightforward, at least from now. Most people are familiar with the setup of these. Tab the legs together. If you pulled them apart like I did, rotate right there. Fold the arms all the way up. Rotate them that way, or the forearms that way, and the joints on this are a bit more stiff. I guess that's an upgrade. There are tabs along here and here, and the fist holes tab into those. Much more secure on this one than, or at least on mine, than Quickslinger. And then fold this down, fold his head back around, fold it at a right angle, and take the hand-foot gun, fold out the fingers, and you can put the thumb on either side, but since he's going to be the right hand for me, fold this down, fold his thumb up, plug her in, and there you go. That is his arm mode. And yeah, it looks exactly the same as Quickslinger. I won't even bring him out because it's just the same. He's just white. That's really the only difference. So taking off the fist, put him into robot mode. Pretty simple. Just untab the legs, fold this back down, untab his arms, fold them down, tab the other arm, fold that down, rotate the head, and that's it. That is it. So, again, exact same molding. And that, I don't know, I just, it's just so frustrating. I mean, I've already gone over this, and I feel like people are going to be annoyed if I go over it way too many times, but it's just so frustrating to me that Hasbro won't even bother to make just a shuttle mode. I mean, I know that he would be the only combiner in the combiner, or the transformer in the combiner series that would have a shuttle mode, but seriously, this mold, I think I could have found a way to retool the Alpha Bravo mode to look more like a shuttle. I mean, I can't spiel over this enough. It's just frustrating to me. But I guess that's just the way life works. So, bringing out Quickslinger here. There they are together, and I'm sorry if you can't really see Quickslinger because of my white background. Exact same. Even the head sculpt is the same. It's the exact same thing. And that's another thing I have with this figure is Blastoff is supposed to have a mouth plate. He has a real mouth in this. Not a huge fan of that. Not a big bummer. It's not the biggest bummer about this toy, but just not a huge fan of it. He does have nice yellow paint apps there in those three places, though. That kind of emulates the G1 toy. And I do not have the G1 Blastoff, but the color scheme is pretty similar for what I'm seeing from photos. So, also another size comparison I can bring out here. Here he is with his Fall of Cybertron counterpart. That's the only other really figure I have, or Combaticon. So, I do like the color scheme of this guy better. That's the one thing he has over him. But he looks much more like the G1 version, and it's not even meant to look like a G1 figure. I mean, Fall Cybertron has its own style, but this, I would not have picked up Bruticus if the other figures weren't good. So he's my least favorite, and the other ones are miles ahead of this guy. So I might sound really skeptical of this set right now, but let me tell you, the other figures are much better. So he does come with the weapons. Obviously, you got the hand, and to make that into a weapon, you just fold these pieces down, you fold the hands in. Fold the thumb up, he can hold it. And I didn't really show this off in vehicle mode, but if you really want to see that, you can just check out my quick slinger review. So that looks ridiculous. I'm never going to do that with any of my figures. Same exact gun as, I believe it was Firefly, because that's the same mold as this. So it's a pretty cool gun, actually. I do like the color. It's a bit more of a gunmetal gray. It's not really black. It's probably coming off more of a black color on camera than it really is. So that's pretty much it. It's quick slinger with a few repaints. I guess articulation, I could go over that. His head's on a ball joint, so he can look really high up. Can't look very far down. He can have some wiggly waggly movement. He can rotate ball socket at the shoulder, and he can bend at the knee, or bend at the elbow, excuse me, and then he can rotate at the elbow, although this is really, really tight on mine, which is really weird. He's got waist swivel. He's got a ball joint at the thigh. He's got a swivel at the thigh, and that's really tight as well. He's got about 90 degrees at the knee, and I believe that's about it. So that is it for articulation, and I believe that's about it for this review. So if you do like this guy, I will put a link down in the description below. I got him at Big Bad Toy Store, and I'll put a link there. Definitely not the highlight of this set. Definitely not. I would not recommend picking this guy up individually, but to complete your Bruticus, he does the job, and he does it okay. So that's my whole spiel on Blast Off here. So I believe that's about all there is to say for this review. So this is Fuberduge. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe. Check out some of my other Transformers reviews. And if you missed any of my other Combiner Wars reviews, which was, I believe, only Superion, then I'll make a playlist. You can check the playlist out for that. So this is Fuberdude saying, keep playing, guys.